going on there, ma'am?
We have a kidnapping. Hurry, please.
Explain to me what's going on, okay?
There's a note left and our daughter's gone.
Daughter is gone? How old is your daughter?
She's 6 years old. She's blonde. 6 years old.
How long ago was this?
I don't know. I just found the note. And my daughter's gone.
Does it say who took her?
What?
Does it say who took her?
I don't know. There's a ransom note here.
It's a ransom note?
It says SBTC. Victory. Please.
Okay, what's your name? Are you
Patsy Ramsey. I'm the mother. Oh my God. Please.
I'm sending an officer over, okay?
Please.
Do you know how long she's been gone?
No, I don't. Please, we just got up and she's right here. Oh my God, please.
Okay,
Please, there's somebody.
I am, honey.
Please.
Take a deep breath for
Please,
me, okay?
hurry.
Patsy.
The killing of 6-year-old American beauty queen JonBenet Ramsey has become one of the great crime stories of the 20th century.
That day,
December 26th.
6th.
We were planning to leave for Charlevoix, which is, we have a summer cottage up there. We did have. We were going to rendezvous with our older kids for a first ever family Christmas all together in Michigan. We were to leave early that morning, fly to Michigan.
Morning after Christmas.
Morning after.
What happened that night? What's the first thing you remember, Patsy?
The first thing I remember is waking up, getting dressed hurriedly, going downstairs, and putting a few things together to pack to take on the plane.
It's about what time?
It's early morning, before daylight.
You're up?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens?
Then I go down the spiral staircase, and there on one of the runs of the stair is the 3-page ransom note.
And no one has entered the house, the door isn't open, you read the note.
I don't know that.
What did you do? Oh, you...
Well, I hurriedly read it, and didn't take long to understand what was happening, and I ran back upstairs and pushed open her bedroom door, and she was gone.
By the writer of the ransom note for a telephone call.
10 o'clock comes and goes, and there's no acknowledgement within the house from anyone that the deadline imposed by the author of the ransom note has come and gone.
Nobody said it's 10 o'clock and the kidnappers haven't called?
Nobody said that.
Was that something else you took note of?
Absolutely.
"1:01 p.m. Although the house had already been searched by patrolmen before she arrived, Arndt says that in order to break the building tension, she asked John Ramsey and his friend Fleet White to search the house again, top to bottom, looking for anything out of place. She says she gave them specific instructions not to touch anything. She says John Ramsey headed straight to the basement. She heard Fleet White scream for an ambulance, and then a chilling discovery. For Arndt, the pieces of the puzzle fell into place.
And I see John Ramsey carrying JonBenet up the last 3 steps from the basement. And And my mind exploded. And everything that I had noted that morning that stuck out instantly made sense. And JonBenet was clearly dead. Then she's been dead for a while. I ordered him to put JonBenet down. I knelt next to her and I leaned down to her face. And John leaned down opposite me. And his face was just inches from mine. And we had a nonverbal exchange that I will never forget. And he asked if she was dead. And I said, yes, she's dead. And I told him to go back to the room and to dial 911. And as we looked at each other, I remember, and I wore a shoulder holster, tucking my gun right next to me and consciously counting, I've got 18 bullets.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't know if we'd all be alive when people showed up. I said everything made sense in that instance. And I knew what happened.
But I'm basically just going on with my life, you know.
What do you think happened?
I know what happened.
I mean, when she got killed? How do you think that happened?
I think, well, I asked my dad, where did they find her body? And my dad said I found it down in the basement. And so I think that someone took her very quietly and tiptoed down the basement. And then maybe took a knife out, and then, you know, or something like that.
Do you think that's how she died?
Or maybe a hammer in the head.
I can tell you in my experience.
A decision that confounded Troy Ide, a former U.S. attorney who was on the Ramsey task force appointed by Governor Owens.
There's a real danger whenever you say, okay, we've looked at this and we've categorically determined something.
The experts who reviewed the DNA test data for 9 News and the Daily Camera question Lacey's exoneration on multiple fronts. First, the DNA profile Lacey said belonged to the killer may not be the profile of a single person.
There is a reasonable chance that what has been attributed to a single individual actually represents DNA from multiple individuals that has been sort of hobbled together into a single profile.
Well, it's a rather obvious point, but I mean, if you're looking for somebody who doesn't exist because it's actually several people, it's a problem.
And
Still care about the JonBenet Ramsey case because A child was brutally murdered. The scene was staged, and it's never been solved. Justice has never been obtained in that case. There was a 3-page ransom note and a practice note written within the house. Whoever the killer was not concerned they were going to be caught. When you look at the circumstances, they also don't make any sense. If someone was going to break into the home and leave a ransom note for an obscure amount of money, which coincidentally was John Ramsey's bonus that year, gee, who would have known that? And again, I do not think Mr. Ramsey killed his daughter. But to come in to kidnap the girl, go through all the drama of leaving this ransom note, and then go, oh, you know what? Forget the money. I'm just going to kill her and leave her body in the basement. I do not believe the JonBenet Ramsey case will ever be solved. I truly do not. I think the case was bungled at the get-go. When Patsy Ramsey opened the front door that day in the same clothes she had on the night before, in full hair and makeup, including eyeliner and mascara, at that moment, all family members should have been separated and questioned. At that moment, DNA and other evidence, forensic evidence, should have been preserved. That did not happen. There's no bad guy here. The police didn't intentionally bungle. It just happened that way.